Yep. And so going very, very quickly into game 2, Smurf not want to waste any time. Ohana's a map pick. Interesting pick.
Yeah.
When this map first showed up on the map pool, I mean, of course, ESV had built it for a while. I had really toted it as a Protoss loves the 2 base on this map. Then I realized, like, oh, wait, that there's a rocks to the back door into the 3rd. I can just wall off my main and take a 3rd base and position my army there. Taking a 4th base is incredibly difficult.
It's not actually, I mean, the 4th base in this map is actually not bad at all compared to, something else on another map like Antigua or something like that. So, actually, look at this. DuSk is going to be going right for the 6th pool straight off the bat.
Wow.
And an interesting map to do that on.
It's a pretty small map, man. Well, here's the situation for Smurf. If he goes for forward first, he'll be okay. He's actually gonna, as long as he can get that.
He is scouting on pylon, so it's going to be an early scout. But again, I mean, the thing is, sometimes as a Protoss, if you just have that, there is a textbook response, which is build a cannon in your mineral line. But even if you just have it a little bit too far towards the edge, or if you don't have your probes microed perfectly, you could lose the cannon, or you could lose a lot of probes. If you lose more than 4 probes or so, I see you're already behind.
I'd have to agree, because you're guaranteed to lose the forge, and you're guaranteed to lose that first pylon.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. So he will come in here. We'll see that. Looking at his vision, he has not seen the pool yet. We'll see it now.
Yeah, and he can't be happy about this. I mean, he's like a giant Smurf. I feel like he's already a little bit shaken probably from that last game, and now throwing down that forge. It's going to be out pretty early, actually. Did he cut probes to put it down?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he's going to try to wall off here.
I think that's actually a smart decision.
I don't know if you can, though. The thing is, with the 6 pool, if this is a hardcore 6 pool where he rallies additional... if he does not drone behind this and he just rallies more and more lings, he can break that 2nd gate before it finishes. I've actually practiced this on ladder myself. But he's going to be drawn behind this, so this might actually work in a Giant Smurf's favor. But again, it's so greedy, though.
He'll come out ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this, like I said, that 2nd gateway, you can kill it before it actually finishes with a 6 pool.
So the cannon will go down. This is going to be very, very tough. It matters if DuSk can realize what he needs to target first. And no, he actually will go ahead and target that 1 gateway that is building. A 2nd cannon will probably go down here as an insurance policy, but I think Smurf will be okay. Really good response. Really, really strong response. He's like, okay, I got this. And now DuSk is playing from behind. Yeah, he droned behind this, but Protoss going to have 2 gateways out, has the cannon out. Doesn't have the drone, the probe count he wants, but...
Yeah.
And there goes the cannon, so he's going
to run by at least, but these probes have already been pulled. And he will have these lings back here, so it's not going to be some kind of fast expansion from Smurf. He's not going to be able to do that, and he's actually losing quite a bit of mining time here. But, again, DuSk could have actually made it in there if he just targeted down the other gateway. The building gateway has less health.
This is true. This is very, very true. And one additional wing will go down. So Smurf probably just going to leave these probes here. Hatch has gone down for DuSk.
Right, and he built the Zealot first, too, so... those lings are not going to be around forever.
Resources lost says that Protoss is behind by losing that gateway, but let's not forget that a Zealot hasn't made his way out. 2 lings not going to be much of a bother.
I mean, they will be annoying. He will have good scouting. If he keeps those lings alive, maybe be able to pick off a probe here or there, but it's going to be, he's going to have to micro perfectly against that Zealot, too.
Yeah, and the good thing about the Zealot is it's so hardy against lings. You can just set it on attack command, and it'll deal with it. You can see now.
I don't like this move here from DuSk. He could have kept those lings alive for a much longer time.
It's much more being annoying with him and draw the Protoss's attention.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that microing lings are quite easy because they're so quick, so all you have to do is really set rally points.
And once speed finishes, it's like, you have those scouts in there forever.
Yeah, and you could even try to hide them. Baneling... try to maybe get a Baneling nest depending on your follow-up move.
Interestingly enough, now a Giant Smurf is just going to be making a couple of Zealots before core, so he does want to apply some pressure. He knows that
Oh no! Look at this! This is so ingenious.
It's going to be a cannon rush mixed with some Zealots of pressuring, and this is actually it's going to be really smart. DuSk should see that happening and rallying his queens.
He's making no units. He has 5 larvae, but he's actually pretty much.
He needs to pull drones right now. I mean. This is going to be so tough here to hold.
That cannon's finished, man. That one's going to go up, and Smurf with pretty much the counter cheese of sorts.
This is, I mean, it's a very smart thing to do because if you're Protoss in this position and you just sit back and try to take a natural,
he's got this hatch. This hatch is gone. Nothing is going to stop these Zealots. This hatch is down. Smurf is going to be able to tack up the warp gate. He can pretty much just 4-gate his way to victory right now. He doesn't even need to take that Nexus.
He could do whatever he wants at this point. I mean, he's just insanely ahead. And DuSk going to try some base trade thing here, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, he only has 6 lings. There is a cannon there, so it'll be that cannon will take out at least 2 of those lings before they get mineral line. He has a sentry on the way. He has a good number of probes. He has a second gas taken. It's very, very difficult. The hatch will fall.
DuSk just choked a little bit there. Usually you would just keep an overload on top of the hatchery, and that would scout for that kind of a cannon rush. And I mean, honestly, though, if this never happened, if those cannons never finished, I think DuSk would have been in a great spot, because even though the 6-pull, commenced without doing too much damage, he still droned behind it, And if you let the Protoss just sit back and take another base or so, it's not going to be the end of the world. You're going to be on pretty even footing.
And Smurf will see that second building that Baneling has. Hopefully he clicked on it to identify exactly what it was.
Yeah, I think he's definitely seen it now, and going to be making a nice wall here.
More cannons going down. Those will deal quite nicely. Cannons
Sentry's chrono boosted as well, so it's going to be. Unfortunately for DuSk, I don't see what he's going to be able to do with right now. He's going to try one more push here, and I think a GIANTSMURF is going to have what it takes to hold it, but we'll find out in just a few seconds.
Yeah, Ling will run in to see what exactly is there. Lings will start to come in, do a little bit of damage, but cannon and sentries there. Of course, the shields will regenerate on those gateways. Banelings will pop now, but there's nothing there. There's nothing there for them to break down.
Yeah, the force field just there in the nick of time, and Baneling's not even really doing any damage at all.
It's Smurf even throwing down his Nexus, feeling like I'm so comfortable with this that I can throw down my Nexus. A little bit supply block, that's okay though. He really doesn't need to worry about too much about building supply, so much he just needs to defend against his Baneling aggression that's coming. More Banelings being morphed. That gateway is kind of low on shield, so it's going to be another round of Banelings will take it out. Of course, you do have these backdoor rocks to worry about as well.
I mean, but how long? And he can just force field behind those lings actually if he wants to. He doesn't even. I mean, I don't know.
You can just tickle him to death. That's also an alternative.
He could. And the Queen's fighting back here. He's going to try to gain some more foothold.
Yeah, Baneling's going to come forward. One Baneling will go down immediately to the cannon.
Baneling's taking the brunt of the cannon fire, and only one Ling even making it through there. So, a very pitiful attack from DuSk.
Yeah, let's not forget he has 2 gateways behind this, so he's only on 3 gate. But
it's more than enough.
Yeah, it's more than enough to deal with this. Those cannons are still up. Smurf even repowering them with an additional pylon. Really want to keep the aggression on there. Heck, prevent that hatch going down as long as he possibly can.
Yeah, and I like that. I mean, he knows that.
Another run by, more Lings and Banelings going to try to make their way through. Force fields go down, but Smurf has weapons available now. And he's going to be quite okay.
Smurf is just covering all of his bases right now. He's just making
sure.
Yeah, exactly. He's just making sure that, there's no way for you to come back here. Look at these cannons. The game is done.
Yeah, and I like that he's actually kept that pocket open to invite Lings in there.
Yeah.
He can just cut it off when 3 or 4 Lings run by. That's enough sentries there to force field for quite some time. And there even goes a pylon down to just kind of reinforce that as well as back it up.
Yeah, there's no worry at all there for GIANTSMURF.
And it's worth pointing out the Baneling bust really didn't work there because cannon 300 health, pylon 400 health, gateway 1,000. You need significantly more Banelings. More speed has finished. More Banelings are going to come forward though.
And once
more force fields
getting force fielded out. And
wow,
you got the donut. You got the donut force field there.
No storm to go down on top of it though.
Doesn't even need it. He can just tickle in the donut.
And GG at a DuSk. We will be going to game number 3. GIANTSMURF with a beautiful defense against that 6-pull. It was close though.
I don't mind DuSk doing it, but again, I mean, just think about if he had focused down that other gateway.
And we'll be right back with game number 3. Just going to go ahead and get the map from DuSk here. So stay tuned.